Hey you guys, welcome back. I had something exciting happen to me today. I was at the garden plot, kind of closing things up, grabbing the plumeria seedlings. Well, they're not really seedlings anymore. They're getting to be a decent size. I'll show you those in another video. But anyway, oh yeah, you also might want to know, hey Bill, you're at the garden plot. How come you didn't show us the garden plot? Well, this year it has been a mess. Oh my gosh. Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. For one, weeds out of control because we were doing the renovations in the spring, so I wasn't able to do the spring maintenance that I usually do with tilling and making sure that the weeds are gone. So I ended up really just throwing things in, and then the weeds got out of control, and it was so overwhelming. And then when I did plant things like beans especially, I planted my beans 4 different times, and each time bunny rabbits came and ate them. I think it was bunny rabbits. Anyway, they would start to grow, and then I'm like, well, how come these aren't growing? And they would sprout, and then they would eat the leaves off. And then they would try to grow, and then they'd eat the leaves off. So every time I planted them, they didn't survive. So that set the stage for just a terrible season for me in the garden plot. As well as I planted some seeds, and then the weeds just started growing between the seeds, but I didn't know what the baby plants would look like because I grew something different this year, like parsnips. So I didn't know what I was weeding out, so I thought I would have to wait, and then I started weeding individually, and then it just got overwhelming. Oh my goodness. So anyway, long story long, yeah, I lost motivation, and I apologize for not showing you, but I have these. These, I looked down as I was talking to one of my fellow gardeners there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know where these came from, but they were little elephant ears, the baby elephant ears. I don't even know where they were coming from. Wow, that was high-pitched, Bill. Last year, as you probably know, and the year before, I grew elephant ear. I grew the Thailand giant. But this year I didn't do any of that. I didn't grow any, besides the plumeria, I didn't grow anything other than the plumerias. I didn't do the, wow, this is weird. I didn't do elephant ears this year. Usually didn't do it this year. So I'm not sure where these came from. I do believe that I took some pots of soil, there, maybe from the Alocasia macrorrhiza, the one that's potted in the big purple pot that you saw a photo of on Instagram of it falling over. This might be little babies from that, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to grow them out and see what they look like. I was so excited to see these guys. So I'm going to plant them. I don't really have any space. Winter is a tough time for me down in the grow space because it's just all congested. So I'm going to plant them in this little red drink cup. I cut the holes in the bottom for drainage, and I'll bring you down. I'm going to use African violet soil. That actually holds quite a bit of moisture. It's peat-based, so the plant should like that. So anyway, come on down. We'll plant these up. So I'm going to take this cup. I'm going to fill it up with some soil. I'm not going to fill it all the way up. Oh, I got a little baby cup in there. A cup inside of a cup. Alright, so I'm just going to take any weeds that I see away. Over at the garden plot, there's a big problem with bindweed. Bindweed is in the morning glory family, if you've never heard of it, and it is terrible. Oh my goodness. It just takes over. So, just going to pop all of these in here. I'm not really going to pay much attention to anything, where they're located in the pot. I don't really care. Gonna have these angles to work with. Ugh. So now I'm just going to fill around this plant with some soil. Such a cute little fun find. I don't know, maybe they grew from seed. I have no idea. I'm sure that they came from that macrorrhiza pot now that I think about it. I did take some soil over there to amend, to add some water retention, because the soil that was there previously was quite sandy, and it would dry out really quick. Alright, so we got these little guys planted. Let's throw some water in there, put it in a little tray, and I'll be right back with a little bit of water. Okay, I'm back. So I got this little waterer, got it in a little tray. I'll probably keep a little bit of water in the bottom for a little while. With elephant ears in the house, they don't require as much water as they require outside. As you know, when you grow them outside, they are water hogs. You can water them 6 times a day, I'm sure, and they'd be happy. But in the house, you want to keep them slightly on the drier side because they're not growing as quickly and the roots aren't bringing up as much moisture. So if you let them sit in water, they could rot. So just keep that in mind. Water them sparingly. I let mine dry out completely and then water them again. But I always let them dry out completely before I water. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It was so exciting to find something that I didn't plant in the garden that was actually doing something. Let me know what you found in your garden. Maybe you found some little volunteer plants and it really made you excited this season. I'd love to see what you grew or what grew for you, and show me on the Facebook Plants and Things What's Growing page, or if you're able to put a photo in the comment section below, or just let me know what it was. I'd love to see it though. Anyway, until next time, happy growing everyone. So I am going to put my cup on its bottom. I'm going to get a little poking tool. I've got this little orchid flower spike support, and I'm just going to poke it through the hole. There we go.